This is StoryRobot. Welcome to r/Tales from the Front Desk. Our first story of today is, A Cute Dog Leads Me Astray. I was in the back office watching YouTube videos when all of a sudden a medium-sized gray and white fur dog scurries into the back office with me. I nearly fall out of the office chair as I yell out and the dog pounces on me and starts pawing at me. She lets out little whimpers indicating that she is very stressed out and anxious. We do allow dogs in our hotel, so my first thought is she belongs to a guest. I get up from the chair and the dog quickly scurries away into the lobby and starts heading down a hallway of rooms on the first floor. I look around but I see no people that might be searching for her. I start to think that maybe she is Stray that quickly made it inside before our automatic doors shut. The dog is running wildly all around the lobby. She runs behind the front desk and then back down the hallway with first floor rooms whimpering and whining the whole time, but always comes back to me and tries standing on her hind legs to paw at my legs before she starts scurrying around again. She stops long enough for me to inspect her neck. She has a collar on, but no tags. Okay, so probably not a stray. So more and more likely she belongs to someone in the hotel. But why in hell has no one come looking for her? I start thinking about what I'm going to do with her when all I then remember something about some dogs being trained to go out and alert someone if their owner is having a medical emergency comes into my mind. Could this be why she is all frantic and anxious and pawing at me because she wants me to follow her to her owner that's passed out? As I'm considering this, she suddenly makes a bold sprint and triggers the automatic doors and makes it outside. Beep. If she is a guest's dog, she shouldn't be outside where she can get lost. But what if her owner is passed out outside? So in the dumbest move I have ever taken in my time working at this hotel, I rush outside after the dog without a master key in hand. I immediately realize my mistake as the doors shut behind me, remembering that my master had been left on the desk in the front office. Beep. Now I'm locked out. At least I had the good sense to take my cell phone with me. At least if the dog's owner is passed out somewhere, I'll be able to call for assistance. But as I look around, I see no living being except the dog relieving itself in the grass near our front walkway. After finishing her business, the dog sprints back towards me, starts pawing at my legs again as I turn around and stare woefully at the locked automatic doors and the lobby beyond them. I decide to make the call of shame to my AGM. She answers groggily and I explain that a dog appeared in the lobby out of nowhere and I thought the dog's owner might have been having a medical emergency, and so I rushed outside without my master when all of a sudden a young brunette lady suddenly rounds the corner of the first floor hallway. She sees me, the dog, at the lobby doors and immediately has a look of elation. She triggers the lobby doors to open and the dog immediately sprints to her and happily starts to jump and paw at her. Yup, this is her owner all right. She apologizes for her dog being loose. She explains that she and her boyfriend just got back to their room with their dog and they think that she must have slipped away out the room as they put stuff away. I am extremely skeptical of the explanation. Like, how does a medium-sized dog just slip away out a hotel room door without you noticing? But I hold my tongue. I apologize to my AGM for waking her and let her know the owner of the dog has appeared and she has let me back into the hotel. The dog continues to flail and scurry around the lobby and eventually her owner has to scoop her up and carry her back to her room. So yeah, the whimpering and pawing wasn't about trying to alert to someone having a medical emergency, turns out she just needed to go potty. Our second and final story of today is, Suspicious Dirty Room, Possible Karen. Recently our hotel had cut back hours of operation. Our open hours would be 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. If we had no check-ins, we could just close out online bookings for the night and lock up right at 9. In-house guests were aware and could still get in and out with their keys. We also have self-check-in machines that can make you a key if you lock yourself outside, and management on call overnight in case he needed to come down. If we made a reservation or had a check-in, we were allowed to stay until midnight for them. We would always tell them of our hours and ask if they had an estimated time of arrival. Our system worked really well considering we're at less than 10% occupancy. One night, my manager came in to help close up at 9 p.m. with my coworker. Right as he closed out our online bookings, someone made one with Booking.com. It takes 5 or so minutes for an email and the reservation to automatically input in our system, so management did not see it. What are the odds someone would press book right as we close out for the night? Based on emails and conversations with management and coworkers, this guest showed up right after she made the booking and my manager left. He gets the hotel emails to his phone, so when he pulled into his driveway he saw the reservation and a note from the guest that she was waiting. Immediately he went back to the hotel. He lives 5 minutes away. She is not outside. He called, emailed and waited another 2 hours with no response. We assumed she left, which is super unfortunate. Here is where I'm weirded out. She is a local, which isn't an issue in my home area usually. Her first booking she spelled her first name strange. Example Jessica, but instead of the J she put Lessica. Never bothered me or raised any suspicion because mistakes happen, sometimes we type wrong. A few days later we get another reservation incoming from Booking.com. This time it was spelled Jessica but the last name was spelled one letter off. Example Watkins, but she put Watkips. Same address and phone number, so I knew it was her again. I made sure to make everyone aware this was the same guest and to make sure we're here. At 9:30 p.m. my coworker emails her to ask her estimated time of arrival so we can ensure staff will be here. She emails back to say she isn't coming and doesn't want her reservation. We have 24-hour cancellation, but with what's going on, we're not very strict with it due to COVID-19. My coworker agreed to cancel without realizing it was a Booking.com. The next day I saw they never showed and was marked cancelled. I made sure my coworker was aware about how the guest needs to cancel it with the website. I called the OTA to get them to cancel it since I no longer had the option since a day had passed on. They said they had to contact the guest to confirm. As of today it still hasn't been changed. Another week went by and oh boy, another incoming reservation from this lady. This time she spelled her name correctly. I was doubtful she would even show. I assigned her room on our PMS. A room marked clean and moved on. I had 2 days off and just got in this morning to a lengthy logbook note and an emailed complaint from said Jessica. She said this was the second time she had to walk away without a room, that she would be informing all social medias of her horrible experience, that her room was dirty, bed, no sheets or comforter, they were all dirty. Logbook states that the guest noted all sheets were on the chair and no towels. Coworker apologized and said our HK department would be notified of error and we can change them to a fresh clean room. It was noted guest said they couldn't wait to go home and leave us bad reviews. Based on address, she lives 5 minutes away from the hotel. They left, and coworker checked the rooms. She said it looked like it wasn't done up. What is odd to me is that we haven't had a checkout in that room since November 27. We are also low occupancy and I have a note in my book from December 4 to get housekeeping to flush the toilets in every unoccupied room, including the one this guest was checked into. I remember asking our HK staff to do that. I was given a list of rooms they didn't do because they were occupied. They would have been in that room and noticed it wasn't done. One of the HK staff is one of my close friends and they're all trained to never leave dirty bedding in a room. We never had this happen before. It seems really odd to me. I don't want to just say HK messed up and fault them. I wish I could have seen the room myself. I also don't want to assume a guest staged anything or is trying to get something out of it. I'm going to ask my coworker later what it looked like exactly and if she took photos. Did it look used and left dirty? Or was it clean with only the bed stripped and thrown onto the chair? Thank you for watching. Error. Problem detected. Not enough subscribers. Please subscribe, like and comment.